Did you know that the loose change rattling in your pocket could be worth a life-changing fortune? Imagine finding a single penny, small, worn, and easily overlooked, that turns out to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. These coins are hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. In this video, we will uncover the top 3 ultra-rare and most valuable wheat pennies ever struck by the United States Mint, coins so rare, they have shocked collectors and set record-breaking prices at auction. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at an ordinary penny the same way again. Number 1. Have you ever wondered if a simple penny in your pocket could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Imagine holding a coin so rare that a single mistake during its creation turned it into one of the most famous and valuable pennies in American history. Today, we are diving deep into the legendary 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin that has stunned collectors and continues to make headlines across the United States. Stay with me until the end, because the story and the value behind this coin will absolutely shock you. The 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but what makes it truly unforgettable is a rare and dramatic minting error that gave birth to the famous 1955 double-die obverse variety. During production, a misalignment between the working die and the hub caused the design on the front of the coin, including the date and inscriptions, to be stamped twice, slightly off-center. The result was a bold, clear doubling visible to the naked eye, especially on the words, Liberty, and In God We Trust, as well as on the date, 1955. This error created one of the most striking and collectible coins in all of U.S. numismatic history. When the mistake was discovered, it was too late. Approximately 24,000 of these error pennies had already been mixed into regular circulation rolls and released to the public. They began appearing in everyday transactions, surprising people who had never seen anything like it before. The mistake was so eye-catching that many considered it a fake, but it quickly became one of the most talked about coins in American history. The design of the 1955 wheat penny remains a masterpiece of simplicity and symbolism. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features 2 wheat ears, representing prosperity and the agricultural strength of the United States. It measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Even though it looks like an ordinary wheat penny, the 1955 no mint mark doubled die obverse stands apart because of its dramatic doubling that immediately grabs attention. Collectors around the world prize this coin not only for its rarity, but also for its historical significance. Only a fraction of the 24,000 pieces released into circulation have survived in collectible condition. Most were used as regular pennies, worn down through years of use, making high-grade examples extremely rare. Coins in average circulated condition can still command impressive prices, but when a gem-quality uncirculated specimen appears, the bidding wars at auction houses become fierce. Now, let us talk about the incredible values that have made this coin so famous. In 2006, a 1955 double-die Lincoln cent graded MS-65 read by professional coin grading service sold for an astonishing $50,625 at a heritage auction event. Another example graded MS-64 red brown sold for more than $30,000 in 2018 at Stack's Bowers Galleries. But the most breathtaking record came when a stunning gem red example sold for over $370,000, a jaw-dropping price that cements this coin's place as one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever struck in American history. Because of its fame, the 1955 double-die penny has also become one of the most counterfeited coins in the United States. Many imitation or altered coins have been created by artificially doubling the date or pressing 2 coins together. Genuine examples have a very distinctive look. The doubling is strong and uniform across the date and lettering, not faint or distorted. If you suspect you have one, always have it authenticated by a reputable grading service such as PCGS or NGC. These professional graders confirm authenticity, condition, and provide certification that protects your investment and increases your coin's value. For collectors searching for this coin, there are still possibilities. Coin shows, estate sales, and even old penny rolls from the 1950s could hide this incredible treasure. Many amazing discoveries have been made by people who simply took the time to check their change carefully. Always look closely at 1955 pennies under bright light. If you notice bold, clear doubling on the date or lettering, you could be holding one of the most famous pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint. This coin's story represents the fascinating unpredictability of U.S. coinage history. A small minting error transformed a common penny into a world-famous collectible, loved by beginners and expert numismatists alike. Its blend of history, rarity, and mystery continues to attract new collectors every year. Even 70 years later, the 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark remains the crown jewel of the Lincoln cent series, a true American treasure hiding in plain sight. If you ever come across one of these coins, handle it carefully, store it in a protective holder, and have it verified by a professional grading service. You never know, your small copper penny could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and become the highlight of your collection. Thanks a lot for watching and liking this video. Comment your thoughts, subscribe to HD Coins World, and stay tuned for more rare coin discoveries. Number 2. Imagine finding a dull gray penny that looks ordinary but is secretly worth more than a mansion. A coin that slipped through the hands of mint workers during the chaos of World War II and became one of the rarest mistakes in all of American coin history. This is not a fantasy. This is the legendary 1944 wheat penny with the D mint mark struck on a steel planchet. Only a handful of these incredible coins exist, and one of them sold for over $1,700,000. Stay with me until the end, because this story will leave you amazed and checking every old penny you own. The year was 1944, and the United States Mint had just completed its wartime experiment with steel pennies. In 1943, due to a shortage of copper during World War II, all 1-cent coins were made of zinc-coated steel instead of copper. However, when 1944 began, the Mint returned to using the traditional copper alloy made from recycled shell casings, a patriotic act that symbolized the end of the wartime metal shortage. But in the Denver Mint, a few leftover steel planchets from 1943 somehow remained in the coin presses by mistake. When the dies for the new 1944 wheat pennies were installed, these leftover steel blanks were struck, creating one of the rarest minting errors in U.S. coinage history. To the naked eye, the 1944 D steel penny looks almost like a normal 1943 steel cent, bright gray and magnetic. However, the date, 1944, and the small D mint mark below it tell a completely different story. This coin was never supposed to exist. Every 1944 penny was meant to be struck on copper, yet this one was struck on the wrong metal, making it a true one-in-a-million minting error. The design of this coin remains classic and iconic. On the front is the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, surrounded by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1944. On the back, 2 wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, a design that represents the nation's strength and growth during challenging times. The coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters and a weight of approximately 2.7 grams, lighter than the standard 3.11 grams copper version, another way collectors can identify the steel error. Its silvery color and magnetic attraction instantly distinguish it from the regular bronze issue. Rarity is what makes this coin a legend. Fewer than 10 verified examples of the 1944 D steel penny are known to exist today. Most were likely melted down or lost over the decades, making every surviving piece a national treasure. Each discovery sends shockwaves through the coin collecting world, because every verified 1944 D steel cent becomes an instant headline. Now let us talk about the incredible values that have made this coin world famous. Back in 2010, a verified 1944 D steel cent authenticated by professional coin grading service sold at heritage auctions for an astounding $1,700,000. This sale stunned both collectors and historians, proving that even the smallest coin can carry a fortune's worth of history. Other examples have also sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on condition and luster, but the $1 million record remains the most famous, a true testament to its rarity and desirability among elite collectors. Because of its fame and value, counterfeit versions of the 1944 steel penny are common. Many ordinary 1944 copper cents are coated to look like steel, or 1943 steel cents are altered to display the 1944 date. Genuine 1944 steel pennies will always stick to a magnet, weigh less than copper coins, and show proper mint characteristics under magnification. If you think you have one, never clean or polish it. Instead, have it authenticated by a trusted grading company such as PCGS or NGC. Their certification guarantees authenticity and gives the coin an official grade, which is essential for auction or resale. For collectors searching for this legendary coin, there is always hope. Some have been found in inherited coin collections, old jars, and even in mixed wheat penny rolls. Always check any gray-colored 1944 penny you come across, because you might be holding one of the rarest mint errors in United States history. The story of the 1944 steel penny is a powerful reminder that mistakes can become masterpieces. What began as an unnoticed error turned into a $1 million legend that continues to fascinate collectors worldwide. It represents a piece of American history, a tiny coin born in wartime, surviving through decades, and now treasured as one of the rarest finds ever made. So, if you ever come across a 1944 penny that looks silver instead of copper, do not ignore it. Test it with a magnet, handle it carefully, and have it verified by professionals. You could be holding a piece of history worth over $1,700,000. Thanks a lot for watching and liking this video. Comment your thoughts, subscribe to HD Coins World, and stay tuned for more rare coin discoveries. Number 3. What if I told you that a 1-cent coin from 1917 could be worth thousands of dollars today? A small brown penny that looks ordinary, yet hides a century-old secret from America's past. The 1917 wheat penny with the S Mint mark is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever produced by the United States Mint, and its story is filled with history, rarity, and incredible collector demand. Stay tuned until the end, because the value of this coin will truly surprise you. The year was 1917. The United States was entering World War I, and the San Francisco Mint was working tirelessly to produce coins for a nation at war. Resources were limited, yet the Mint continued striking Lincoln Wheat Pennies to meet the needs of a growing economy. The coins struck at San Francisco bore the small letter S below the date on the front, identifying them as being minted on the West Coast. These pennies became an essential part of American commerce during a time of great change and national pride. The design of the 1917 S wheat penny remains one of the most iconic in U.S. history. On the obverse, or front, is the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1917, appear clearly on the front. On the reverse, 2 wheat ears frame the bold words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum inscribed above. The coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Its elegant simplicity and historical symbolism make it a favorite among both new and advanced collectors. What makes the 1917 S wheat penny so special is its rarity and high grade. More than 32 million were minted, but the harsh circulation and poor handling during that time left very few in mint condition. Coins from the San Francisco Mint often show weaker strikes due to the minting equipment used in that era, which makes sharply detailed examples extremely valuable today. Most surviving 1917 S pennies are worn, but those preserved with crisp detail, full luster, and strong strike command top dollar prices at auction. Collectors prize this coin not only for its rarity but also for its connection to America's early 20th century history. The 1917 S wheat penny represents an era when copper coins were the backbone of daily life, from buying groceries to paying for the morning newspaper. Every time a collector holds this coin, they are holding a piece of that living history. Now, let us talk about the market value that has made this coin so famous among numismatists. In recent years, the 1917 wheat penny has reached incredible auction prices depending on condition and color classification. Whether it is brown, red-brown, or full red. A brilliant, uncirculated example graded MS65 red by professional coin grading service sold for over $20,000 at a Heritage Auctions event. Another near-perfect example graded MS66 red achieved a record-breaking price of more than $35,000 at Stack's Bowers Galleries. Even lightly circulated examples in very fine or extra-fine condition can sell for several $100s depending on eye appeal and rarity of the strike. For a 1-cent coin from over a century ago, those numbers are truly extraordinary. Because of its popularity and value, the 1917 wheat penny is also a target for counterfeiting and altered coins. Some collectors mistakenly confuse it with the 1917 no-mint mark penny from Philadelphia, which is far more common. Always check for the small s below the date, and examine it under magnification to ensure the mint mark has not been added later. Authentic 1917 pennies show proper placement, font style, and texture that match other San Francisco issues from that year. When in doubt, have your coin authenticated by a trusted grading company such as PCGS or NGC. Their certification ensures your coin's authenticity, grade, and long-term market value. If you are searching for one of these coins, the best places to look are old coin collections, inherited estates, or coin shows where early Lincoln cents are traded. Some incredible finds have come from old penny jars and inherited family collections that have remained untouched for decades. Always handle older coins carefully, store them in protective holders, and avoid cleaning or polishing them, as this can greatly reduce their collector value. The 1917 wheat penny tells a powerful story of America's resilience during wartime and the craftsmanship of the early 20th century U.S. Mint. Its enduring beauty, historical importance, and incredible market value make it one of the standout treasures in the Lincoln Cent series. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, this coin remains a true symbol of what makes coin collecting so fascinating: history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery all in one. So, the next time you come across a 1917 penny, look closely under the date. If you see that small s, you might be holding a piece of history worth thousands of dollars. And who knows, your old wheat penny could be the next big discovery collectors are dreaming about. Thanks a lot for watching and liking this video. Comment your thoughts, subscribe to HD Coins World, and stay tuned for more rare coin discoveries.